What's going on YouTube? It's Raka. Sorry for the long wait in my videos. My computer doesn't have any space, so I had to delete games after doing some recording stuff and back and forth, deleting from Steam, loading from Steam. Whole Night Rain came out, had literally no time, but I cleared up enough space, and now I'm here to make another video. And I gave Shoe0nHead a few days for her video to get a lot of views and everything, so now I'm giving my reaction to it. I'm gonna be reacting to this. Is this the average male fantasy? Now, my girlfriend was telling me a little bit about what this video is, because she saw the video before I did, and she was talking about the anime that was into. I'm a very big anime nerd, or at least used to be a very big anime nerd. So yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into this because it's another Shoe0nHead video, and I want to enjoy this. So let's just go dive right in. Alright, I already gave it a like. Haven't checked the comments. I always give her a like, so there we go. Let's do it.
Men. What do they want? Money? Status? Fast, expensive cars? What is the ultimate male fantasy? Is it fame? Fortune? 3 hot chicks at once? Haha, hell yeah, brother. No, according to men on the internet,
if you stick to the very end of the video, I will show you the real male fantasy.
It's something a little more simple.
Oh, it's very pretty.
This is literally just a fetish. I f***ing hate men so much. Men are why we can't have nice things.
I'm already regretting this. I already got a bad feeling about this, but you know what? I came prepared this time. I got a Coke with me and something else with it, so use your imagination.
As I was working on an upcoming video, I made the terrible mistake of logging onto Twitter, where I saw this.
That's the mistake right there. I don't even use Twitter anymore. It's just that bad. It's either politics or hate or bots. That's all it became Twitter.
This post. A montage from the anime Josie, the Tiger, and the Fish, a movie about a college student who is assigned to take care of a paraplegic girl, and spoiler, eventually they fall in love.
Okay, so now I understand why one of my friends was telling me I should watch this anime, and now I could understand why my girlfriend wanted me to see this anime with her. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now, being a caregiver and everything.
Many men were yearn posting in the replies of this tweet and talking about how they wish to fall in love and would love a relationship like this, while many others, mostly women, were absolutely f***ing disgusted at this. Why would a bunch of men be fantasizing about being with a woman in a wheelchair? Seems pretty creepy and predatory, right? Also just unrealistic and problematic. Well, in this video, we are going to be talking about why so many men resonated to that clip and this movie.
Well, there's a lot of stigma when it comes to anime. I mean, you got the whole lolly part of the whole thing where she's like a 10,000-year-old vampire, but she looks 19, so she is... Well, actually, no. She looks 15, so she's almost looking okay, but she's fine. You got the horrible things like that. Yeah, anime has a style where they tend to draw their characters on a little bit. They look younger, but they're not. I've always been a fan of animes like Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star, things like that, where you could tell the character's age, and we'll go about that one day.
Movie, and why so many people are so confused as to why. We are also going to be reading some...
No, the reason why is because people like to hate on everything. They love to hate, they love to complain, no matter what.
Absolutely unhinged tweets, as usual, to get to the bottom of why such a wholesome post turned into, once again, another battle...
I mean, there are female VTubers that are saying to give men a break, to give them a chance to relax, to think about their mental health. And you got them, all these bastards pretty much, going full idiot mode, complaining that they're just doing it for attention. They're not thinking, maybe the person's actually trying to be genuine. Best part about someone like me is I can make a post that it gets no reaction because I'm a nobody. I don't mind being under the radar when it comes to that.
Front for the ongoing, never-ending gender war. Men versus women, women versus men, the male
Cats versus
loneliness
dogs,
epidemic, the female loneliness
zombies
epidemic,
versus
the dealing
plants.
with dating apps. Do men prefer thin women or curvy women? Brunettes or blondes? Do women like dad bods or fit men? Do they like beards or clean-shaven? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Henson Shaving. You ever just accept that some that best fits... Skip the ad, right?
I'm sorry, I skipped the ad.
Video. Now, I am not an
Shoe, I will continuously skip the ad until it's an ad I can truly endorse. And if you call me out once, then I'll never skip your ads ever again.
Anime connoisseur. In fact, I
Imagine
basically
being
know
called out for
nothing
something like
about
that.
anime. I am probably the most tourist of all the tourists.
Here's the thing. Being a tourist. Once you dip your toes in anime, that's all it takes. Doesn't matter the age. Once you stick one pinky in the waters, it takes you. It's like staring into the abyss and it stares back.
Yeah, hi. I have a question. Was the upskirt shot necessary in order to advance?
See, that's okay, you see that's one of the things that I'm not really a fan of when it comes to anime. It's like the overly gratuitous shots for the comic relief of any form. I'm not really a fan of that. Like some of my friends, like back in Texas, they enjoyed certain animes that had fan service. See, what she's talking about is something called fan service. I've never been a fan service kind of person, unless it's like something stupid where it's like referencing an anime or a game or a movie. Like if an anime references a Dark Souls thing, that's fan service. That's the kind of thing I enjoy. Not the what she just said right here about,
I have a question. Was the upskirt shot necessary in order to advance the plot?
It never is, Shu. The only problem is it's just there to keep people entertained. It's like jingling keys in front of somebody. Like, oh, hey, look over here, over here.
I watched Pokemon and Sailor Moon when I was a kid.
See, that's all you need. That's all you need. One deals with friends working together to fight evil, and this one here is about a child's fantasy, which so many dark rumors and stuff like that. Also, Ash is very based if you ever really look at it.
And a few years ago, I watched Beastars on Netflix.
No! Almost everyone I know has like a furry fetish when it comes to that.
Legoshi, best boy. Not a furry, but...
You're not beating the allegations there, Shu. You are not beating the allegations there. But who the hell am I talking about? I have a thing for Arachne.
And honestly, that's about it for my anime consumption. Unless you're counting VTubers. If you're counting VTubers, I watch a lot of anime. But because of this...
I will give almost anything if I could ever get a shout out from Shu. Almost anything.
Clip going viral, I watched Josie the Tiger and the Fish, and, well, I thought it was a good movie. I recommend watching it. I thought it was a really cute, good story. I only cried a little bit. And I completely understood what the tweet meant by calling it the average male fantasy. So, what was wrong with it? Why did this clip go so viral in such a negative way? Why were thousands of people...
Mashu. All men just have a perverted fantasies. The average male fantasy. 148,000 likes, 19,000 retweets, 35,000 bookmarks, 2,000 comments. I'm already scared.
People angry at this post. Well, let us dilly-dally no longer and read some of these angry replies to get a better understanding of what the issue is, shall we? Wholesome male fantasy, and it's fetishizing a disabled girl for him to control. Oh no. They think,
right.
Oh god, why? Always vulnerable, always happy, always needs you. Pretty perverted.
What the fuck?
Where are these fan fictions coming from? There were like hundreds of tweets just like this. Why did they see a cute montage of a happy couple, a man and a woman happy, together? I know, unheard of. Why do they see that and then immediately come to these conclusions? Like, as someone...
Worst part is, a lot of these conclusions are from people that don't even watch the thing. They just see a few seconds of something, and then they jump on the bandwagon. It's like if a person says, "Oh, that person is a you-know-what," be like, "I know that person is a you-know-what. I've seen them do the you-know-what thing." I don't even know what I'm talking about, but you get the idea. It's just like they all jump on the bandwagon.
Someone who actually watched the movie, Josie is not always happy, and she's absolutely not portrayed as some, like, vulnerable, ooh-woo, sex doll waifu. She's boisterous, she kind of has a foul mouth, she's very sassy and headstrong, she, like, straight up calls him her servant, but she was also very depressed. She basically never left her house. She was basically a girl failure. As a former girl failure, I love to see representation in media. But they actually show her disability, like, not in a good way. Like, they don't romanticize it, they don't sugarcoat it. And I noticed, unlike a lot of movies, unlike a lot of...
I enjoy media that takes a chapter out of real life. So if it's showing, like, the not so romantic the dream version of being in a wheelchair, then I appreciate that much more.
Romance movies, at least like the Hallmark kind, where it's like the stuffy male lead learning to live life from the quirky, cute female lead. He's already got his shit together, and she learns to live life from him. He encourages her to live her dreams, and in return, he learns to live life in a
Also, I just realized I'm being spoiled in anime before I even have a chance to watch it. Thank you, Shoe!
Completely different way, and I thought that was really cool and sweet. Also, the animation was really good. Is anime good? Have I been sleeping on anime?
You have been sleeping on anime. I'm telling you right now, if she went from Pokemon, Sailor Moon to Beastar, and she's enjoying this, guys, go to her comment section on her video. First, give it a like. It deserves a like. Leave a comment of things that give anime a good name, and recommend it to her. I'll recommend something later on. I kind of enjoyed Summer Wars, but it's been like ages since I've seen Summer Wars, so I gotta look up something.
Entire time? His fantasy is that she becomes permanently disabled and helplessly dependent on him, but can still make him a sandwich. Sounds about right.
What?
After watching the movie, these tweets are even more insane. But even putting the movie aside, just seeing that, like, cute montage out of context, where the fuck are they getting this? These are very clearly just two happy people. But because the caption was the average male fantasy, their mind...
I mean, the bad part, it's not even that original of a thing. I mean, I've heard movies doing the same exact thing. I'm pretty sure that my family at one point have seen movies of that same exact situation. If I'm not remembering, and if anyone knows what I'm talking about, leave the reference in the comments below about what I'm talking about. This is not an original concept. A person taking care of someone that's got a handicap and then they fall in love. That's not original. It's just nice to see it in an anime form.
Immediately goes to the darkest, worst faith interpretation of this. The problem is these people can't see any humanity in men. They can't see any humanity in humanity in general. Average male fantasy.
That's why I stick to the stars and stick to my avatar.
Equals girlfriend with no agency who's completely physically dependent on you and forced into blanket subservience and compliance. Sounds about right.
What the fuck? The average male fantasy is a girlfriend with no agency who can... Oh my... I can understand why my girlfriend was all about, we need to take out people. She was saying it in a joking way, okay? Erica, I know you were saying it in a joking way. Don't kill me.
You males are weird for fetishizing physically disabled women. Average male fantasy is having a physically disabled girl that they can abuse however they want. Got it. Not to be that guy.
But women literally fantasize about beastmen and monsters and they made a book called 50 Shades of Grey. Remind me in the comments if someone wants something to watch very funny. Look up Gilbert Godfrey, 50 Shades of Grey. you will get the biggest laugh of your life. So make sure you're over a certain age, please.
Guy, I'm gonna be that guy. The infantilization of the physically disabled here is a little, dare I say, ableist. The implication here that people in wheelchairs cannot find love, and if they do, the person who loves them literally just loves them because they can't run away. Weird.
Is that a Nux reference? Nux? Is that... Hold on, what? 810 Nux reference. That sounds like a Nux Taku reference.
Average men can't even be nice to their healthy and normal girlfriend. What makes you think they'll be able to handle a disabled person as their lover?
First of all, there's a lot of men in this world that are looking for a real romantic relationship. Something where the person's not using them, looking to break their hearts afterwards. Because let me tell you something, women out there, and you know this, the real women out there. There's a lot of them out there. They find a nice guy. They string him along. And then when the time comes, they shatter their hearts into a million pieces. And then men, at that point, they're scared to open up. Because what if the very next one does the same exact thing? And the worst part is, half the time it does happen. Half the time it doesn't, but half the time it does happen. And when they get shattered again and again, then you make the monsters that your mothers and fathers told you not to go after when you're at a young teenage age. The men that only want you for one thing and that's it. It's horrible to say, but you know what? This world is an eye for an eye at times. And it shouldn't be like that, but this world has a cruelty to it at times.
Whoa. Normal? What do you mean by normal? These people are just so ableist.
I mean, Barnes & Noble has a monster fucker section. And Erica, I'm sorry, I know about your little excitement for certain creatures and robots.
Chat, can you believe it? Chat? Chat? I don't even live stream. Who's chat? I'm disabled, blind. So I showed this to my boyfriend. He says, I love you because you're you, and you make my days happier. So what if I have to drive you places or help you with cooking and cleaning? I would have done that anyway. Disability has nothing to do with it. I love you.
See, that's it. When you love someone, you look past everything. You love with your heart, not with your eyes. This could have been before they got disabled. And you know what? If you still love the person, you're still there for them. Through better and worse. Through thick and thin.
Ma'am, I don't know how to tell you this, but, your boyfriend is a rapist. Sorry you had to find out this way. You show this as fantasy because it's not true for the majority of men who participate in abuse of disabled people. No, the fantasy is the woman appreciates his efforts to make her happy.
That person's base and they understand.
Stop lying and abusing women and the disabled. Your meds, schizo. You don't even know that f***ing guy. What do you mean stop abusing women and the disabled? Bitch, who are you? Also, the majority of men participate in abuse of disabled people. Are you okay? The majority of men are not abusers. That is a very, very small minority of men. The majority of men are men that just wake up, take a shit, get out of bed, take a shower, go to work, come home, and wait for GTA 6 to come out.
Feeling called out right there, Shoe. Very called out.
That is the majority of men. Men commit 95% of all rape, but okay.
I mean, there are female rapists too. I mean, you usually hear it a lot in schools, by the way, where it's a teacher, it's a female, and she grapes a child that's like a 15-year-old, or it's always they get pregnant by them. But no, we don't talk about that. We've literally had teachers get arrested for shit like that. No, that doesn't count. It's only the men. I swear, people out there, they don't know what they're saying, because when it comes to things like this, they turn their brain off.
Okay. Barging into the romance section of Barnes & Noble like, attention everyone! Rape! Where is that coming from? So close, this is fetish content. Ah yes, the dirtiest, most taboo of all fetishes. A happy relationship.
I mean, the truth is, there is a fetish out there for pretty much everything. I mean, there's a fetish for vor, for God's sake. But this is not being referred to as a fetish. Only narrow-minded people that are unhappy with their life are taking this as a fetish.
Honestly, in 2025...
It's like Hassan Piker. If you disagree with him and he's losing the argument, he just throws, you're Hitler, or you're a Nazi. Always that kind of bullshit.
That might be true. Oh, you want a wife and kids? You sick fuck. But this is literally just a perverted fantasy, LMAO.
Now you guys understand these videos that I can't just like rapidly do them. If I was to stream it, it'd probably be a lot more easier because by the end of the stream I want to like cry and go to my pillow. But these videos,
you think it's a perverted fantasy because, how do I put this nicely? You are a pervert. Literally seeing a cute montage of a male and female character having fun together, being in love together, and being like, rape! He's a rapist! This is a fetish! Are these people okay? Stop watching porn. Wait, this is a woman. Okay, stop reading Taken by the Werewolf Billionaire.
Say! You think this is... Do you think I'm joking? But this shit is real. This fucking shit is real. I mean, okay. Little mini lore of my old younger days. There used to be this book series. Now, I like supernatural stuff. I'm a big sci-fi nerd, but I do love supernatural stuff. So there was this book that came out by... it's Anita Blake series. I forget the name of the author, but yeah, it dealt with zombies, supernatural shit, ghosts, and things like that. In the beginning, the first few books had risque things, but nothing of what you see over here. Nothing to that extreme. By book 4, I had to stop reading it because that's when it just turned into smut for females, pretty much. And the worst part is, I think it went on to like 14 books or something like that. I don't know. All I know is the first 3 books were pretty good. Dealt with zombies. It dealt with undead things, demons, ghosts. It was pretty good, but then it got worse. But yeah, it exists. It's out there. And there's always a fetish for it. And there's always demand for something like it. So you see, Taken by the Billionaire Werewolf. Yeah, there's women out there. Honey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm calling you out on this, but I am calling you out on this. She's gonna kill me.
Or whatever the fuck you read. I swear to God, some of the shit women read would make the most depraved internet gooner blush.
That's the truth. That's the honest truth. See, Shoe knows. She knows. She's behind the enemy lines. She knows.
Or so I've been told. This is literally just a fetish.
Self-report?
Okay, listen, I'm not gonna pretend there's nobody out there who's like, she can't run away, she has no legs. I'm not gonna...
Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that ever again. Please don't do that. Please don't do that ever again. Nightmares.
I'm gonna sit here and pretend there's nobody out there who has a crippled, disabled fetish, okay? I've been on the internet for 20 years. I've been on DeviantArt.
I just had my anniversary of like being a member on there for like 10 years or something like that.
Seen shit you wouldn't believe.
I've seen shit too, Shu. I've seen anime convention shit. Stuff that would make your hair white.
But the majority of people, probably most, if not all the people responding to this, do not have a cripple fetish, okay? In fact, her being in a wheelchair basically has nothing to do with it. Much like how females coom over, like, vampires or, like I said before, the billionaire werewolf fantasy. This is just the average male fantasy distilled down to its most extreme. So what is the average male fantasy? The average male
fantasy, let's see, but if I could answer before she does. We want to be loved. We want to love back. We want a family. We want to protect our family. We want to be loved by our family. We want to be safe and happy with the person we love. At least that's my interpretation of it.
Male fantasy is the fantasy of both men and women alike. It is simply to love and to be loved. But more specifically, the male fantasy is to be a protector and a provider for those that they love. Put a pin in this because we are going to come back to this in a big way. Trust me.
Oh God, when she says it like that, it scares the shit out of me. But yeah, it's pretty much it. But like I said, if you can hang out just a little bit longer at the end of the video, I will show you the real male fantasy.
To me, the average male fantasy is being a globally known terrorist. The average male
We're not talking about Hassan Piker. Stop it! The average male
fantasy is that a woman who isn't fat. The average male fantasy is actually job security. You know what?
That's too fucking relatable. We all want to make sure we don't lose our jobs.
But these guys may have a point here. Pedophile alert. Men want disabled child wives?
Gonna be finishing my can faster than I thought.
Average male fantasy is a disabled child? More proof that men are pedos. That's a little girl. This is weird.
I bet you she's older than him in the anime. I bet you. I bet you there's like a 4 or 5 year difference.
So, first of all, she's literally older than the guy. The guy is 22 and she is 24.
I was close. I was really close.
In anime years, he is practically hag maxing.
We're back to hag maxing again. Meet the hag maxer. Gen Z's new social trend of dating older women. Shoe, I'm feeling very, very called out right now. Strange phenomenon is making the rounds of social media. Gen Z men are ditching casual sex with their women to pursue long-term relationship and financial stability with experienced millennial ladies. I believe the term is MILF.
And yes, she may be physically disabled, but aren't all men mentally disabled in their own special way? At least the ones in my audience. They will freely admit this. Maybe she,
this is true,
the older woman, is taking advantage of this sensitive young man. Have you ever thought of that? She looks like an 11-year-old child. Where are her breasts?
First of all, it's the art style. You degenerate. Second of all, where's her breasts? If you see this as an 11-year-old and you're wondering where's the 11-year-old's breasts, you got a problem. That's all I'm going to say right now. And second, women can have small breasts. One of my friends back in Texas was a B.
First of all, really weird way to say that. She looks like a child. Show me her titties.
I should just let her speak.
Also, I love how, like, when anime women have huge boobs, it's disgusting, Coomer porn brain or whatever. But if the anime woman has small boobs, she is a child and you're a chimo. Can't fucking win. Oh.
I think she meant to say chomo, not chimo. JD calls him chomo.
Also, if she had big boobs, they'd absolutely be like, wow, look at this sexualization of the disabled. Also, you know, like, adult women can be flat-chested, right? Like, that actually exists in real life. Like, adult human women can have small boobs.
Justice for flat.
We love all titties here on the Shoe0nHead channel. All titties is good titties. End of story.
Remember that, guys. All titties are good titties. Shoe 2028.
Women fantasy, a boyfriend with depth and a loving, soft, deeply caring side of them. Men's fantasy, 12-year-old anime girl who looks and speaks like a toddler.
I bet you this person didn't even see the damn show.
Also notice how she's literally the shape and size of a child. Yuck. Have you people ever seen a child? No. You're all child.
You had to stop yourself there. You had to stop
child. Yuck. Have you people ever seen a child? No. You're all childless. Silly me. She's not even that short. She's just sitting. See, like when they're laying side by side, she's like a full-grown adult woman. Why do these people
it's just there for anime style. That's all it is.
Look at this. and immediately think of child rape. Go to therapy. And listen, I know with anime it can get a little weird, right? Like, excuse me, Poo Poo Pee Pee Chan is 2,000 years old, and this is Poo Poo Pee Pee Chan.
Didn't I talk about this earlier? Also, no.
But this does not even look like a child. This looks like a cute woman. This is like a random rant, but I feel like there are no more cute women nowadays. You know what I mean? You have...
It's either women with the oversized gazungas, women with the oversized badunkadunks, or women with the waist that makes no sense, like where's her organs at?
Well, like the Insta baddies, the E-thots, the E-girls.
Oh my god.
The muscle mommies.
I see you.
The boss babes. The boy babes.
Well, at least she gave an example of everything.
But I feel like every woman is just hot now. Which, by the way, I don't think is healthy for the male psyche whatsoever.
No,
you shouldn't wake up and be able to scroll through pictures of, like, the hottest woman you've ever seen in your life, like, 20 times before you've had, like, your morning cup of coffee. You shouldn't log in and immediately be one-shotted by 10 tens.
Yeah. I mean, you have to appreciate what's real. I mean, if they overdo it, things like that, fake. I mean, let's face it, we've always heard so much random shit about Amaranth and all this bullshit where she's been, like, robbed, she's been harassed and attacked by, I think, her boyfriend or ex or whatever situation is like that. You always heard a few of the others, I can't think of their names because they're not even that important in my life. They always say one thing and they do something and then whatever it is, but they always like, they're the perfect people. And then you got all these people out there, I simp for you, my queen. All that bullshit.
All day. As if that wouldn't make you go insane. As if that wouldn't make you crash out. Like, back in the day, you'd probably see, like, one fine dame on your bus ride to work, and you'd think about her for 40 years until...
Yeah. Or the really cute girl at a movie theater that's serving popcorn. Something like that. Yeah. Bonus points if she had colored hair before colored hair became a thing.
Till the day you die. That's how it used to be. That's how it should be. Now every woman is like a crazy, hot, unobtainable Instagram goddess with the fattest of ass. Zoom.
The ka-dunk.
Don't know how good we had it. You'd go to Blockbuster and
oh my god. You know, that's the reason why I mentioned the colored hair is because back in Bastrop, Texas, there used to be a Blockbuster. And there was this cute girl. Oh my god. She did her hair purple. She had herself a little... She had like a double piercing in her right ear, but not her left. And oh my god, she looked so damn adorable, cute. I mean, she was older than me. Way older than me. But it was like my heart was gone. Yeah.
The 21-year-old cashier behind the counter would be the most adorable woman you've ever seen.
Yes!
No Botox, no lip filler, just a pure soul.
Real.
Full of joy and
real.
whimsy. And now women are full of hate.
She was real. That's what you're referring to, Shoe. She was real. A real woman being natural with her beauty.
And SSRIs. But they're hot. They're hotter than they've ever been. They're hotter and more depressed than they've ever been in history. Sad. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, anime. I didn't take my Vyvanse today, can you tell? Men's fantasy. A big titty woman with the face of a 16-year-old that is useful for cooking, cleaning, and sex. Women's fantasy. Gets treated like a queen and a man who keeps tracks of our periods so he can take care of us. I think I speak for a lot of women here when I say our fantasies do not, in fact, include men tracking our periods. Personally, if my husband was like, honey, just a reminder you're in your luteal phase, I'm taking the kids. Men like to pretend they want this and then they beat their wife when dinner isn't ready or their son when he's
Again, I guarantee you the person that's saying this doesn't even know what the hell they're talking about. They're just saying what they've read online or what they've watched from CNN.
Behaving. First of all, I'm sorry that happened to you. But there are in fact good men out there. I've seen them.
Let's face it, there's a lot of people on here that lie. They love to lie. I mean, didn't iDubbbz just got caught recently saying that he takes 30% of the money earned from these charity events? And then he's trying to cover it up by he's just holding it and then he donates it afterwards.
Some may be in this very audience. Sorry, I couldn't keep a straight face. This is the Shoe0nHead audience. You're all gremlins.
Hey, I just got upgraded to Gremlin. I'm a Captain Gremlin. Nice.
Male fantasy equals a woman that can't run away from him. A woman that's dependent on him. Interesting.
Almost out of my drink.
When men are involved, it's basic survival instinct to assume the worst. Men are guilty until they prove themselves innocent.
Oh my god.
You know what? I take my opinions back on free speech. I changed my mind. No more free speech.
Yeah, Elon. Nuke Twitter. Nuke it.
No more free speech until you bitches learn to behave. A woman's fantasy is a man who won't rape her, and a man's fantasy is raping a woman.
Don't you just love people like this? A little hot take here. If I had the Thanos glove where I could just snap my fingers just like that, anyone who does grape to women and children, gone.
I'm sorry, where is the rape, ma'am? Maybe that's how you see it, because you're brainwashed to hate men. So true. I hate how, but in reality, women are the real demons here.
Maybe that's how you see it because you're just brainwashed to hate men, but in reality, women are the real demons here.
Oh, god damn it. We just want a happy relationship. Is it so much to ask for? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh look, more misogynistic gooner fantasy slop written by misogynistic gooner men. This is why 70% of anime is garbage.
Here's a little funny tidbit right there. A lot of very, very well established female voice actors, voice men. A lot of animes, some I've even watched and actually enjoyed and seen more than once, are done by by women. So I make you bet. A good chunk of the slice of life ones are usually women, so probably this one here was done by a woman, or at least, yeah, probably.
So, here's the thing, that, misogynistic gooner fantasy slop.
I mean, the original voice actor for Goku from Dragon Ball all the way up to now is done by a woman. Just to let you know.
Written by misogynistic gooner men was actually written by Saiki.
I swear to Okay, I did not pre-watch this. Before anything happens, I did not pre-watch this. It's just, I was in the anime conventions in Texas. We had them in Dallas. We had them in Houston. We had them in Austin. We had them in San Antonio. I used to go to the San Antonio ones and the Austin ones every single time they would come up when I didn't have to worry about bills that much back in the day.
Iko Tanabe, a woman wrote this story.
That don't count.
And I feel like a very important detail everyone is sleeping on when they covered this was the fact that this is very much the female fantasy as well.
True. A man taking care of a woman without worrying about what they look like or what's going on in their life. True.
A man loving you for who you are despite your flaws, literally sweeping you off your feet and carrying you around on adventures, helping you live out your dreams, face your fears, and supporting you through the good and bad times. You're going to sit here and tell me that's not the female fantasy too? Is this not the basic female fantasy? Is this not the knight in shining armor coming to rescue you and falling in love with you? Why on earth are so many women so mad at this? Are men now the hopeless romantics?
Again, because women want to be the one in control and they want to hate everything. Like I said, right now there's a VTuber, a female VTuber that just said to be more nicer to men. And they're literally making fun of her. They're literally doxing her. That's how bad it is.
Are men now the ones yearning for a fairy tale romance? Is this why all the Disney remakes are like...
I mean, I think it was Rev Says Desu or Shoe0nHead that was, I think it might have been Rev Says Desu that I saw it on.
She's not gonna be saved by the prince. She's a strong, independent woman. Meanwhile, men still want to be the prince. Men still want to be the knight in shining armor. Men are like, I will save you from your monotonous 9-to-5 job. I will give you a house and babies. And women are like, no, I must be an actuarial consultant. Be gone, vile misogynist.
I would have loved if she would have finished it. Die, monster. You don't belong in this world. I would have loved if she would have said that.
Is that what is occurring here? Also, that aside, there literally is a gender-swapped version of this story.
Yeah, it's no matter what, it's out there. It exists. It's always going to be one side or the other. See, that too.
Called Perfect World. It is a manga. Mango?
Don't say mango, please. Don't say me.
Oh, no. Do not come for me, weebs.
I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna stop the video mid-thing and just go leave a comment, but no. I'm gonna control myself.
Men will statistically leave their wives and partners the moment they find out they're disabled or have a life-threatening condition. You're right, it is a fantasy. Actually, that study was debunked by the authors themselves, who admitted they did the math wrong. It's actually not much higher, but then again, even if it was, and it happens, I've seen it happen to people, it's terrible. Marriage should be through sickness and through health, but
that's what I say. That's what I believe in.
It's not really the point here. And the fact that so many people are focusing on the wheelchair part of this just proves that they just don't get it.
They don't get it or they don't care. It's just people complaining when they want to complain. It's that saying, if a person says they love pancakes, there'll be someone on the internet saying, well, what's wrong with waffles?
The ones of pure mind and pure soul get it. But these fucking semen demons out here, they don't...
Semen demons? Damn!
Don't get it. But not all semen demons.
Can you stop saying semen demon?
The amount of people in comments who just don't get that men want a cute, loving girlfriend is beyond me. They call them creeps for wanting actual love and not a girl boss who only wants your money.
See, that's just it. People are tired of the stereotype that everybody's been trying to force the last 4 years. Super strong girl boss does better than everybody. It's like Rey from Star Wars. She's a better Jedi than Luke. She's a better pilot than Han or Chewie. And she knows how to do things that a lot of Jedis don't even know how to do. I mean, we're tired of that. Or Captain Marvel. We're tired of someone who's better than everybody with an attitude like that. I mean, they literally make fun of a Republican in the movie to try to win brownie points. People are tired of girl boss do good. Girl boss is the one.
Ah, thank you. A sane person. Hopefully the replies aren't full of people calling her a pick-me.
Oh, God. See, I only learned what the word pick-me was from the other person that was talking about the VTuber.
Alert. Least obvious pick-me.
Wait, was this a
me,
VTuber?
pick me, please.
Shoe0nHead, could that have been her?
Hope he picks you, sis. Pick me, pick me, pick me. An incel could have written this. Fuck. Why are so many VTubers either pick-me's or racist?
Yeah.
You mean why do...
If Shoe0nHead is the one that has the dreads, yeah. That's the one I found out from.
So many female VTubers disagree with you? Why so many aren't towing the mainstream liberal feminist NPC line? Because they can. See, the most powerful weapon women have against other women is social ostracization. You don't want to be seen as a pick-me or a racist, so you keep your mouth shut in order to survive in female social circles. But in the cases of VTubers, virtual YouTubers, they're basically anonymous.
Unless you're Hassan Piker, who labels VTubers being these horrible, degenerate people, or people that should have more appealing voices. Sorry, I have some hate towards Hassan Piker, I know, but that's just me.
They can say anything they want. They're basically wearing a mask. They're free from the chains of the eternal HR Longhouse. But apparently, even being anonymous online does not save them, because they still get doxxed for simply not hating men. Lovely. Maybe I should save this rant for get doxxed for...
Yeah. Yeah. Damn it all. Well, cat's out of the bag. A lot of you have seen it by now. I've been doxxed. Authorities have already been informed. And you know I've been doxxed because I dare to say I support men. See, that's exactly what I was talking about. I swear, people could be so fucking heartless, so fucking ugly in this world. There's no reason for it, and that's what they are. So horrible.
Simply not hating men. Lovely. Maybe I should save this rant for a different video someday.
It would definitely be a very good video. The reason why I use an avatar, which I probably will never use, I'll never do a face reveal unless something happens and that's it. But the reason why I use an avatar is because I am what you'd call a Romani. I hate using this word, but pretty much we're gypsies. And in my culture, we're not really supposed to be like enjoying online stuff, making YouTube videos or streaming and things like that. I mean, it's probably gotten a lot more easier since then, but I don't want any of my relatives to know that I do it because they're all very narrow-minded people, and that's just the way they are. There's no like educating them or anything like that. So that's some IRL lore about who I am. So, yeah, I am a Romani, and I have to keep my identity secret so relatives and other people that know them don't know who I am and what I do. Anyway.
Moving on. Men are why we can't have nice things, by the way. First of all, men make all the things. Thank you.
Yay!
Also, I just realized it was a man saying that. It was a whole ass man saying men are why we can't have nice things. I don't deserve this trophy. This is for you, sir. This is for you. I'm not worthy. Listen, I make women jokes. I'm very critical of feminism and propaganda aimed at women. But you will never catch me in a million years saying some like women are why we can't have nice things. I have a mom. I have female family members. I have female friends. Maybe one day I'll have a daughter. Women make the world a beautiful place, and like men, can be flawed and deserve criticism, like anyone else. But there's something genuinely so cucked about people who put down their own gender or race. Oh god, race. Self-hating white people. Don't get me started on self-hating white people. White people are so evil. I hate being white. White people can't dance. White people food is so gross.
I know this is a joke, but I hate hearing it.
You're not getting into Wakanda, bro. You're not getting invited to the cookout. Enough. But yeah, women were not the only ones who had a problem with this. There were a lot of men who didn't quite relate to this being the average male fantasy.
It's fine to love the disabled. I didn't need to remind you that. But to glorify it? This anime is certainly Marxist propaganda.
Finishing the can. Please don't make me break another can.
The movie is about him taking a job as her caretaker, and when he learns of her dreams, he makes it his mission to help her dreams come true. So it is Marxist propaganda to help a disabled person pursue their dreams? Yeah, it's woven in. Empathy is the target of propaganda.
Oh, Lord help me. Lord help me with this.
Marxism is when girl in wheelchair. I love this. Empathy is the target of propaganda. Every piece of media that makes you feel empathy is communism. Political brain rot. If you're at the point where you see this and you're thinking of communism, you need to log off. You are unwell.
I'm sorry, but when I reproduce, I don't want a high probability.
When I who fucking writes like that?
Of my offspring being mentally or physically retarded. We need a better class of incels whose bar is higher than the retarded.
She's not retarded, she has a spinal injury that's not genetic. Also, what is this LARP? I love how everyone is just kind of having like a normal conversation about this clip, and this guy just comes out of nowhere like, I would never put my pure white seed in such a vile creature. Like, you absolutely
Damn, Shoe.
know this guy has a non-white girlfriend. They all do. All these like I hate white people women always have white boyfriends. All these I hate non-white people boys always have non-white girlfriends. I don't know what it is, but I've seen it too many times. I guarantee you when this man logs off of his Black Sun Roman statue Twitter account, he's clapping Latina booty cheeks.
Probably.
My fantasy is not being a simp, but okay.
Fellas, is it simping to love a woman?
Nah, this is not the male fantasy. That man is a beta male. If she wasn't in a wheelchair, she would leave him for Chad.
I hate that term, by the way.
Fellas, is it beta to love a woman?
This is not my fantasy. This is some gay shit, to be honest.
Fellas, is it gay to love a woman?
What
Are we just gonna go through it all?
no pussy does to a motherfucker.
Brother, I've seen what pussy does to a motherfucker, and it's far worse.
The average male fantasy is taking care of their crippled wife. I don't think I've ever had that fantasy before. I thought it was gonna be about going on some quest to kill the dragon to win the princess or something.
Yeah, that's definitely something.
It is. That is the average male fantasy. But there are no dragons to slay. There are no princesses to save. But there is that little old lady in the grocery store who can't quite reach that top shelf. There's that heavy box the pretty girl you work with can't quite lift herself. There's that jar of tomato sauce your wife can't quite open. There's that Lego set your little son can't quite put together himself.
So you know what? That makes us the heroes in the story.
Or there is this paraplegic girl who wants to see the ocean. This is the Princess and the Dragon story. And despite what many are told, men do have a lot of love to give. And they want some kind of excuse or mechanism to show that love.
Yeah.
In a world where men expressing themselves is either seen as toxic or gay. And one way of expressing that love is solving problems. Men fucking love solving problems. I don't know what it is. They also love reading Wikipedia articles. The amount of times I walked over and my husband is reading a random fucking Wikipedia article about like the world's tallest buildings or like a random battle in World War II. I didn't know if this was autism or what, but apparently it's a man thing. Anyway, yes, men love solving problems.
Yeah.
And in a world that makes them feel useless, makes them feel like they have no purpose, men
I mean,
desperately
let's face it. What was the whole thing about the Democrats thing? White men bad, white men evil.
feel like they need to prove their worth. They are desperately looking for a purpose in life. So it is not at all shocking to me that the modern young man is seeing a clip like this and longing for this. A lot of modern men don't have a chance to prove themselves, to make something of their lives. They don't have a chance to provide anything for anyone because they don't have anything to provide and they don't have anyone. They are doing everything their grandfathers did, but seeing none of the results.
Yeah, let's face it, how do you get the results? It's almost impossible these days to get something like that. To find a real one, a real person that actually cares about you a lot, it's hard. Especially in today's day and age where if you say something or you try to go up to someone and talk to them, they just pull out their phone and record you as a loser.
They're lost. What can they provide? And as I said earlier, her being in a wheelchair is the protector and provider instinct taken to a extreme. And yes, it is a fantasy considering if you ask anyone who's actually in a wheelchair, they know it's not all butterflies and rainbows, and they know that it's hard on relationships. It can be difficult on their partner. But just like in the movie, it's not shown as
I mean, you have to watch out for sores and stuff like that. I mean, you have to make sure that the body's not going through anything bad, because when you lose the function of your legs, you have to make sure, because if you lose your function of your legs and you don't feel your legs anymore, you have to make sure you're clean down there. Like, if one spot of your leg gets infected, you won't know right away until the infection's gotten to a big point. It's cleaning to make sure, the hygiene, I know I'm thinking of it in a stupid way, but my job and everything.
Butterflies and rainbows. Josie feels like a burden, but towards the end of the movie, the guy takes on that burden. Not because he gets something in return, but because it's his duty because it makes her happy, which makes him happy in return. Loyalty, duty, virtue, acts of service, big or small. Men live for that shit. And yes, these are stereotypes. Not everyone fits into these boxes, blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, it's true. When many men look at this relationship, that is what they see. And a lot of modern women are looking at this relationship and being disgusted because, in a way, it's the complete inverse of the strong, independent woman they've been sold. They've been told they need to be.
Brainwashed.
The modern woman crafted by
brainwashed.
modern Disney for modern audiences. Unlike the Hollywood-crafted modern woman, this woman does need her man. She is not strong and she's not independent, at least physically. This doesn't mean she's like an empty vessel with no thoughts or freedom. No, in fact, in the movie, Josie does roll away from him a few times. It is a fantasy not because of a power imbalance, but because the man has a tangible purpose, and the woman is willingly and lovingly letting him fulfill that purpose.
Because I can depend on you. I know that if I ever feel frightened, I can just reach out to you.
Men simply want something good to die for, to make
It's good voice acting there.
it beautiful to live. This manifests in a lot of ways, but the most common is having a loving partner and or a family. Something unobtainable to many people nowadays. So yes, literally one of the most normal things ever is becoming a fantasy. Sad. Also, men will deny this, but they absolutely have a biological clock. It may not hit in your teens or your 20s, but one day you're going to have a dream. You have a little daughter making you pancakes with your wife in the morning, and you're not going to be able to get it out of your head. And that is the male biological clock. Everything you do, the money you make working that grating 9-to-5 job, it will all be for something bigger and more important than yourself one day. You will come home to a warm and happy home, greeted by people who care about you, and love you, and rely on you, and everything will make sense then.
See, that right there is the fantasy. That's the dream, the goal, the end game.
Until then, you'll just be on the internet, being called a misogynist, for wanting something bigger and more important than yourself, for wanting something beautiful and normal. And that is the average male fantasy. That, and 3 hot chicks at once. Hell yeah, brother! Haha, you know what I'm saying? So that was that little video. Men in the comments, let me know, am I correct? Is that the average male fantasy? Or is it not that deep? Men and women in the comments, what is your fantasy? And no, I don't mean that. I don't want to hear about how you want to be crushed by a 12-foot futa. That is between you and God, not you and Shoe0nHead.
Damn it! Damn it! I didn't need to think of that. If you don't know what that is, do not look it up. Please do not look it up.
I mean, what is your ultimate dream? Do you want to travel the world? Do you want a nice big family one day? Do you want to own a farm? Do you want to live in a shed in the woods and make pipe bombs?
Damn!
Let me know in the comments, and I will see you soon with a new video.
Yeah, that definitely was a very interesting video right there. Damn, Shoe, you really hit the nail on the head right there. And now, thank you all for being here. I appreciate every single one of you for watching my reaction. I know I didn't really say too much, but this was definitely a shorter video of hers, and I'm trying to get back into it, everything. Yeah, so this was, Is This the Average Male Fantasy by Shoe0nHead? Another banger video. I'm going to leave a comment at the bottom after this video. But yeah, and the link and everything will be in the description below. Now, and if you stood here long enough, now I will show you the true essence of the male fantasy. Here we go!
I don't know who needs to hear this, but just sit on his fucking face.
Yes! Yes!
Sit like a fucking chair, honey.
Yes!
The men are durable, they are strong, they will persevere.
I did not eat thousands upon thousands of pudding cups with no spoon to allow these skills to go to waste. If I die, I die! I know the risks, damn it! Should this day be my last, the doors of Valhalla will open, and Odin will welcome me with drink, song, and story. Call me IKEA, for I am an easy-to-make chair. Make use of me. Deprive me of oxygen. Let me as I have dreamed of. Let my ancestors and forebears and those to follow after me sing my glory!
Little known fact, according to Norse mythology, if you die in the midst of battle or coitus, it's an immediate free pass to Valhalla.
Yeah. Well, again, oh, sorry, go slow. Again, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Share it with anybody that you think might enjoy my type of reaction content. It's nothing special, but I'm just doing this as a hobby. Nothing really anything special about that. And yeah, expect, hopefully, as long as I don't get no weird updates when any games coming up or anything like that, I should hopefully do another video later on. Until then, yeah. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you in that next one. Bye for now.